Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about two things. First, we're going to enter into the USAC. This is the fifth build off that they're doing. This is for the Unified Scale Automotive Content Creators. This is my first year doing this. And of course, their pick, Fred Henry got to pick the build of the car this year, and he picked the Rebel 69 Camaro, and it can be any of the Camaros that are out there, any of the Rebel Camaros that are out there, the 69s. There's 4 or 5 different versions. This just happens to be the one that I have in a box. So we're gonna open that up, and then also, I'm not big into these build offs and stuff, but I'm gonna do this. But in the process of doing this kit over this next year, I'm gonna show you my process of what I do to start, and how I get my mock-ups done, and what my vision is. And so we're gonna look at all that as I do this. So today, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up, and we're going to look at, pick out, I have a vision of what I want as far as colors. And again, sometimes that changes. Sometimes I'm not feeling that color, or I get sidetracked and get into a different color. But we're going to do some basic mock-ups. I have 3 sets of wheels that I'm thinking about putting on this. So in fact, I might let you guys chime in on that and see what you think. Oops. Of course, I'm bumping everything. I always do. So hold on a minute. Let me get this open, and then we'll take a look at what's inside. Okay, so we're just going to take probably the body and the chassis out for this, just to kind of do some mock-ups. Now let me check. I'm told there's a issue on the later versions of this. Yep, right there. Okay. So on the later versions of these kits, the tooling has a boo-boo in it. And it looks like it's here. Actually, that looks like that's it. So apparently the tooling has been damaged. And see how this one goes the whole way down. This one does not. So either we're taking the moldings off of this version, or I'm going to have to do some surgery to put that back. But we'll worry about that down the road. Let me get this open. Now, when I build a kit, I have, how some guys like to build their engine blocks and stuff. I cut all the parts off the trees up front. I just cut them off. Now, if it's something like if it's got 2 like spindles, and I'm not quite sure, or like the leaf springs, I'm not quite sure which one goes where, I might let them attached. But I cut everything off the trees, and I'm not going to bore you with all that, but I do want to get the chassis, interior tub, and the hood. Now, I haven't decided. I have to tell you, I've parted out. I've never built one of these Camaros, but I've parted out. Oh, I can't tell you how many I parted out. I parted out a ton of these things. These are really good for parts. A lot of times, I'll buy, if some of the stock car guys just take the bodies out of them, I buy the rest of it for parts. But we're just gonna get these cut off of here. And I know this builds up really nice. Chassis fits in there nice and tight. It really is a nice kit. I don't know why. I like Camaros, but I guess I'm more of a Nova or Chevelle guy, but we're apparently going to build one for this, so we're going to do it. So we'll get this cut off. I can do this without cutting my fingers off. You know, it's not a project unless somebody's bleeding, and it's usually me. I'm not sure on the hood either. I might change. I definitely am going to go with the hideaway headlights because I just like hideaway headlights. So I'm going to be robbing stuff out of like the Z28. I'll probably change the taillights and stuff for the RS version. I haven't decided if I'm going to put a cow hood or if I'm going to use the Super Sport hood. I really haven't decided yet, but we just want to, I guess if I'm doing this on camera, I can't cut towards myself, can I? We just want to get this kind of trimmed down enough to get the hood to go in there. Like I said, I had many of these kits, so we're going to be robbing a lot of parts to make this work. Like I said, today we're going to just work on getting a mock-up, just to look at some wheels. I'm definitely going to be, if I do the rally, the SS stripes, not the SS stripes, the C28 stripes, I am going to paint them on. I will not use the decals on this. I'll paint them on. But if I do this hood with the hockey stripe on it, which I might do the hockey stripe just because I'm not sure yet. So let's do fun stuff. Let's look at wheels and tires. So there's 3 sets of wheels and tires that I'm looking at. So this past year at N&L East, Marcos Cruz, a friend of mine, he had these Fireball rallies, regular rallies, the 69 with the derby caps, and he was experimenting a little bit with chrome and stainless paints, and he wasn't happy with these, and he gave them to me. He asked me if I wanted them. I said yeah. And you know, if anybody knows anything about Marcus Cruz, his wheels and his builds are just really, really nice, and these are amazing. So we have, of course, hold on, let me get my stance. Let me get my stance. Is what I use for my stance. So we have the normal, you know, rally wheels that everybody does, everybody has. But, you know, I would get a chance to use his beautiful, these are beautiful. These are the AMT parts packs, white letter tires. But these are gorgeous. He's man, I don't think I could do these this good. His wheels and tires, his detail is second to none. They're just gorgeous. So I'm hoarding them. So if I don't use them on this, I'll use them on a different product or a different project. So we have those, which, you know, everybody's done. And then I've already painted up some Zforce wheels and tires. So if I want to go old school, I have the uncapped rally wheels, which I could do. You know, we could do that, which would look pretty cool. You know, and I don't know if I would go with these, you know, with the other ones. These I have, you know, then I'm probably looking at something more stock looking, probably, because these wheels are so nice. If I go with these, I could go with like, you know, I can go a couple different directions. I'm leaning towards painting it white with the, I love the pace cars with the orange houndstooth interior. So I'm thinking about doing it white with orange interior, and then I was going to do the orange stripes. If I do the cowl hood and do the hood and trunk stripes. I'll probably do it white with orange stripes and orange interior. But if I go this way, which would be really cool, I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go. I might do a weathered one. I might do, you know, something that just came from the factory and they haven't put the trim rings and stuff on it yet. You know, I could do like a brand new car that hasn't been, you know, just come off the truck and they still have to prep it for a customer. Could go a bunch of different ways, so I'm not really sure on that. So, and that, if you're interested in these, usually the muscle car drag plain CHV rally wheels from Zforce. So I got those. And then third, I have these that I painted up. Now these are Zforce, but these are the ones that he sells files for. So, I didn't check with him if he would. He printed these out for me. I don't know if he would print these out. I would think he would, but you'd have to ask him. But hold on a minute. I'm gonna get down here further so you can see them. So if I go this direction, then you're looking at probably more modern, you know, more pro touring looks, you know, something like that. So those are the three things that I'm going to be deciding. And again, everything's subject to change, but I probably will pick from these three sets of wheels. So that's probably, and I don't know if I'm going to run a spoiler yet. I probably will. I like the spoilers. I probably will. I haven't decided on the hood. So that's the three directions that I'll probably be looking at. And I probably won't be lowering this too much, because if I do this version, I want to be able to use the new Zforce exhaust system with the cutouts, electric cutouts and stuff. So I might want to, you know, have it maybe sitting like that, but I won't go too low because I have to fit a bunch of stuff underneath there. So what I probably would do, if I do go that direction, I'll probably build this without the wheels on it at all, and then adjust the wheel height last to make sure that at least the stuff will fit underneath of it. So that's the three directions I'm thinking about on mine. So let me know what you think. Let me know which wheels you like, and maybe I'll do, maybe I'll go with your suggestions. And again, I'm thinking either white with orange interior with white stripes, or I might do another gold. I did a 71 Chevelle that I did in gold with a tan interior. I might do something like that. I'm not sure yet. Might do some color samples, but first I got to decide on which direction I'm going. I'm definitely going with the big block. That I definitely am doing. But as far as you know, what we're going to do other than that, I haven't decided yet. So let me know what you guys think. And that's going to be about it for this one. I don't have anything else on the burner. I have nothing new card wise, shop cards or anything like that. So I'm just throwing my hat in the ring on this build, and we'll see where it goes from here. All right, that's going to be it. Oh, also don't forget, I keep forgetting, Zforce Modelworx. If you type in rate 10 in the discount code, you get 10% off on all their products. Okay, that's going to be it. See you on the next one.